Hello game trollers and welcome to a new video. This video is my predictions for I need to slow down. Great balls of fire. Seriously, Vince, my man. Vince. I mean, there's a reason why everybody's jumping ship over to New Japan. Like, this is why the ratings are going down, is because you're going insane. Like, you're losing it, man. You're losing it. You got the best talent ever, and then you're just being, like, I mean, you're this close to being Vince Russo at this point, Vince, in just the craziness. Anyways, Great Balls of Fire, my predictions for it. A pretty good card. Stupid name, but pretty good card. And, yeah, let's get to it. First match. Poor Neville, man. The first match is the pre-show match, and it is the Cruiserweight Championship match, where Neville will be defending his Cruiserweight Championship against Akira Tozawa, and just basic wrestling knowledge and logic and just intelligence just dictates that Neville is gonna win. But then again, you know, pay-per-view called Great Balls of Fire. I'm not gonna expect a lot of intelligence to be displayed here, but yeah, Neville just makes the most sense. Like, I mean, he's had a 6-month run, like, as a dominant champion. You know, I mean, he's had some great matches. Like, this great run shouldn't end. This great title reign shouldn't end on a pay-per-view called Great Balls of Fire, and on the pre-show of said pay-per-view. It shouldn't happen. It must not happen. It would be illegal if it happened. Like, I would actually I would call my man Vince's best friend Donald to come get the FBI, arrest him. That is a national offense. Even Donnie knows that, alright? Like, even Donnie has to call Vince right now, his BFF, call Vince right now and say, yo, if Neville loses here, just no. Alright, no. So, yeah, just, it shouldn't happen. Nothing against Akira, although I don't think he deserves, really, to be champion. I mean, he's cool and all, but it's like, I don't think he's at the stage now to just be a good champion, or just a champion in general. To me, I don't know, but yeah. So nothing against Akira, but Neville just has to retain. I assume he has to. Like, he will drop the title at SummerSlam. Against who, I really don't know. I mean, we've gone through Austin, who was like probably the only worthy contender, to be honest. I mean, Finn is like 205 pounds, actually. Like, when you check his Wikipedia, he's actually 205 perfectly. So, like, he could go into the Cruiserweight division. I mean, he's not even on the card on Great Balls of Fire, so it could be. They could just be transitioning him into Cruiserweight hell, pretty much, because that's what it is, really. It's nothing. Like, I mean, it's nothing. I mean, like, if you're stuck in NXT, it's development hell. If you're in the Cruiserweight division, it's Cruiserweight hell. I mean, So, I'm not gonna put it against them. I mean, apparently, I heard somewhere that they don't like Finn, so who knows, right? But, yeah, so Neville is retaining. That just makes the most sense to me. Next match here, first match on the main card, is Enzo Amore taking on Big Cass, and again, logic, thinking, intelligence, just, I mean, basic human instinct, right? We're not even talking about intelligence here. It's just like us at our core, right? Our natural being that's not intelligent whatsoever. Just our soul. Like, just the very fabric of life tells me that Big Cass just has to steamroll over Enzo Amore in order for this to make sense. I mean, it's not even just based off of stupidity at this point. Like, I can't even just bring up the Great Balls of Fire joke now. Like, Big Cass, like, if Enzo gets one move on Big Cass, I'm not even expecting it to be, like, just a basic squash, just, you know, Enzo, like, tries to do something, and then Big Cass just like hits him with like one big boot and wins. No, I'm expecting it to just be an absolute beating, right? But you know, who knows? I mean, I kind of think, as I said, pay-per-view called Great Balls of Fire. Like the intelligence levels are pretty low here. Like Enzo might win somehow. I don't know. He might bring. I don't know. I honestly don't know who he could bring. Like Test. He could bring Test out of the grave to Big Cass. Just to mess with Cass, like he doesn't even like he gets Test to come and teach him the art of the big boot, right? And then somehow beats Big Cass with Big Boot. I'm bordering on Vince Russo levels of just booking. Big Cass. I'm not even gonna waste more breath on this. Big Cass is winning this. Next match is the Raw Tag Team Championship match in a 30-minute Iron Man match, so it should be insane. We got Sheamus and Cesaro, aka The Bar, aka the Professional Warriors, aka The Bar. Again, because just The Bar is a stupid name, aka Cesaro. I don't know, the tag team with a million names, taking on the Hardy Boys. I'm gonna go with the Hardy Boys because I feel like them going into into SummerSlam with the titles just makes the most sense to me. So I'm going with the Hardy Boys. I do feel like Sheamus and Cesaro should retain, to be honest, but I just think it'll make a lot more sense if Hardy Boys win, and I kind of just, you know, it's just bias, really. I mean, I still love my man Jeff, you know, my man Jeff. I preferred you over John, bro. That means something. That means a lot. I was a casual fan. I liked you over John. I like Brian Kendrick over John. I'm talking about John Cena, by the way. John Cena. Anyways, going with the Hardy Boys here. Next match. And it is Seth Rollins taking on Bray Wyatt, and probably the feud that there's no reason why it should even exist. What are they even feuding over? I mean, considering they made a joke about the Page thing on SmackDown with Xavier, right? Like, I'm assuming they're not like opposed to just making like using these real world, you know, personal events, right, and then implementing them into the show. So I'm assuming like it would make a lot more sense if they at least it would add some kind of like depth to this feud, because really it's not even shallow. Like, it's actually turned into a small hill, and it has so little depth. Like, they could have just made the feud about, okay, which one of us can cheat on our partners the best, right? Like, then JoJo will be Bray's manager, and then like she'll pull a Scott Steiner, right, and then give like Bray the most over the top she'll announce Bray in the most over the top way. Like, she'll turn into the guy who was doing the announcing for Eva, right, last year. It's just like over the top, and then Seth is just gonna be Seth. Like, that's all she's gonna do. It'd be insane. Again, it would actually add something to this feud, because it really has no substance, no depth, no nothing. It's just two guys just wanting to fight each other because they want to be on the card, I guess. I don't know. They want to be on pay-per-view. I have no clue why. They just want this television time. They want this television money, you know? This pay-per-view money. But I'm going with Seth, because like Bray always loses. It's just Bray's gimmick, really. He says a bunch of random stuff, like he just spouts a bunch of nonsensical gibberish into a mic. The guy he's saying this nonsensical gibberish about is gonna try and beat him up, and then they're gonna beat him at the pay-per-view and in the feud, and then he's just gonna continue this cycle until he puts over every single face on the roster, and then gonna go back to being Husky Harris, and still gonna job, but you know, without the nonsensical gibberish. That's just the cycle of my man Bray Wyatt, alright? So yeah, I'm going with Seth. Anyways, next match is the Intercontinental Championship match between The Miz and Dean Ambrose. I mean, at least I get a kick out of Seth and Bray's feud because it just makes so little sense as to why they're actually feuding that I actually just I somehow enjoy just how much like how like I just like I somehow find interest in that feud purely because it just makes no sense whatsoever. This feud, however, is just I mean it's been going on since January. They haven't done anything. They had the worst segment of all time with the balls. I mean, beat that nigga A. Literally, the most invigorating part about this feud was the ball segment, and that was garbage. So I mean, going with the Miz, cause I don't know. I really just don't know. Going with the Miz. Dean, I'm sorry, but I mean. What is this, man? I mean, the WWE is trying to bury you. You know, they think you're slacking right now. You're boring. They just don't like you, man. Like they're giving you that slow burial. That's just how much they don't like Dean. They're giving you the slow burial. It's not like the Perry Saturn burial where he goes from like murdering that one jobber into the Moppy gimmick, or like I don't know who, whatever dude just got buried like super quick. Like I don't even know. Like just the speed of getting of seeming to have some kind of like goodness to you, like hype to you, to just being like the first match on main event. That's like I don't know what other person has gone down that far, that fast. Probably Ascension or Tyler. In the NXT guy, really. So, yeah, I'm going with the Miz. Next match is the ambulance match between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. This feud has been going on for so long, and just like Bray and Seth, I have no clue what they're feuding over. Just Braun just wants to eat Roman Reigns or something? Does he just want to put Roman Reigns out of commission? I mean, is that the whole point of this feud or something? I don't know, because like they started the feud at Royal Rumble, I think. I don't even know. They probably had this thing going on since before that. No. Braun was feuding with Sammy and just like again, he just wanted to kill Sammy, and Sammy literally did nothing. So that feud was before. So Braun just has the worst feuds, but he looks cool in these feuds. So he did the thing at Royal Rumble. They had a match at Fastlane. Honestly, should have been the only match they had, because really, I mean, there's really no point in continuing this feud whatsoever. Then Braun chickened out of fighting Taker, and then Roman fought Taker, and then he beat Taker. Then with all the heel heat that Roman accumulated from beating and retiring Taker, Braun murdered him, and then once put in the ambulance or whatever, Braun just turned over the ambulance just to double murder Roman. And then Roman came back, and then they had the match at Payback where Braun murdered Roman again. Then he tried murdering him again in the ambulance, and then broke his arm. And then Roman broke his arm even more on Raw, and then he had to go out for 2 months. And then now he's back, and he still wants to murder Roman Reigns. I mean, my man Roman, like he's gotten the Lazarus pit too many times now. All right, he's gonna start turning into a zombie. He's gonna start looking like my man Ra's al Ghul. He's been in the last pit so much, right? Stop this feud. It makes no sense. Why are you still doing this feud? Like, I get Braun's not finished with Roman, but I mean, come on. There's no point. So I'm gonna go with Roman, because I think they're gonna do Roman versus Brock at SummerSlam. Then Braun can have Brock at WrestleMania, and yeah. And then they're going to do Roman versus John at Mania, because that just makes the most sense to me. But again, it's a pay-per-view called Great Balls of Fire. The reason it only exists is because Vince fight was funny. I mean, as I said, intelligence levels are low. Like, Braun could squash Roman, and then just nothing happens with the two of them. Like, I don't even know. Anyways, next match, the main event. Brock Lesnar taking on Samoa Joe. Probably the match I think I'm most hyped for, because it's a match I've wanted for so long. since like SummerSlam last year, I've been just watching this match. Like I was like, okay, once Brock is like done, like squashing Randy, I mean, bring Joe up, fight him, and that was like SummerSlam last year, and we're finally getting the match 1 year later, around 1 year later, like 11 months later, finally getting the match, and I'm gonna go with Brock. It's a shame. It's a real shame we're getting this match now, right? I mean, somehow, someway, WWE managed to ruin such a dream match by putting it on now, because now Brock has the Universal title. He's not going to lose the title on his first defense, right? He's not going to lose the title on a pay-per-view called Great Balls of Fire. And, I mean, Joe just really hasn't been booked as good as he could be, as he was in like NXT when he was still hot, you know. I mean, he still had all that heat from NXT, and then like they could have had this match at Survivor Series, but you know they went with Goldberg. Had this match at Royal Rumble. Brock was in the Rumble. Could have had this match at WrestleMania again against Goldberg, and then now it's just up to the point where it's like, you know, there's no real like mystery or like, you know, like randomness, I guess you could say, to it. Like it's very predictable, you know. It's like obviously Brock is gonna win. I mean, if they did it any time beforehand, or like in a different situation, I mean, you could be a bit, you know, like indecisive. You know, it could be Joe, it could be Brock, but you know, Brock has to win. I mean, it just makes the most sense. If he's gonna drop the title, he's probably gonna drop it at SummerSlam, and I don't think he's even gonna drop it at SummerSlam. I think he's gonna keep it on till like maybe WrestleMania, could drop it at Royal Rumble or Survivor Series. I don't really know, but he's gonna go into SummerSlam with the title, I think, and he's probably gonna go against Roman, as I said. So yeah, I did pretty good on my Money in the Bank prediction, so I'm assuming I'm gonna do well here. And yeah, that's it for Great Balls of Fire. I think I'm gonna actually try and do a review for Great Balls of Fire, because I just realized I actually watch pay-per-views now, like, and I haven't even bothered to like do like a review thing, even though I watched the pay-per-views. I can say like if I enjoyed a match or not, you know, on a show. So yeah, I'm gonna try and do a review of Great Balls of Fire. Probably gonna come out on Monday or Tuesday, who knows. But yeah, so that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe to get some more videos. See ya in the next one. I really don't know which though. I think it's gonna be the 2K18 and 2K18 video that I have planned. And yeah, I have a ton of videos queued up, by the way. So yeah, just wait. I've taken a break because yeah, I'm coming back in full force. Hopefully. Probably. Most likely not. But yeah. See ya in the next video. Troll on, baby! Balls of Fire.